Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a brief update about myself, and then I'll give you an update on AB 481 and how that applies to private security. And then we'll discuss AB 92. All of these assembly bills, that's what AB stands for, is assembly bill. These are California laws. If you are in another state like Montana, Las Vegas, Florida, New York, or some other state, you really should be paying attention to what happens in California, because what happens in California tends to have a trickle down, hand me down effect on your state. Okay, let's begin. So as you guys know, this channel is still demonetized. I'm working on getting it monetized back once again. At work, at my full-time job, I have been extremely busy. I've been working on a $500,000 grant, and I've been working on AB 481. And I'm going to get a little bit, should I call it emotional? I don't know. I'm going to sound a little bit more determined and maybe frustrated at the same time. So I work in a capacity where I get to exercise law enforcement authority. I work at a small department in California. I don't disclose where I work, because if I disclose where I work, I can't discuss some of the things I want to discuss. However, sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. My lapel microphone just broke off and fell onto the floor. Maybe this is a sign already. So please don't make fun of my little microphone that I'm pinching with my two little fingers, but I'm going to have to hold it just like this, like it's a big microphone. Okay, guys, so a little bit about me. Pretty soon I'll be attending this intensive course, and I kind of ran out of some money, so I need to buy some equipment. Special shout out to one of our subscribers. We'll call him Vince. Vince out of the Los Angeles area. Vince is subscribed to my Instagram channel, which is called the Firearms Trainer channel. That channel, I post firearm related content. Anyhow, I posted for sale my Holosun ACSS reticle. This is the 509T series, and he bought it. He helped me out a lot. Vince, thanks. Thank you so much. It's because of you I'm able to buy some of the equipment that I needed to go to this intensive course that I'm about to go. So thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, also what I have for sale, I have a Mod Light PL350. The only issue I'm having is it's flickering a lot. My guess is it probably needs new batteries. So this is going to go for sale pretty soon as well. This is a PL350 series. Again, it just flickers too much for me. So I'm pretty sure you need a battery, which costs $20. And also Mod Light actually has a pretty good warranty service. It just I don't have time for it, guys. So that's what I've been up to, guys. Working on AB 481 for my department, preparing the presentation, and then I've been working on selling stuff so I can go to where I need to go, and working on this huge grant. Okay, so let's talk about what AB 481 is. This is a bill that's damaging to law enforcement, and it does have a trickle down effect on private security. What essentially is an assembly bill that's passed by no one other than Democrats. And what it does, it basically creates an approval process for militarized weapons. So if a law enforcement agency wants a militarized weapons, they have to have the okay by the city council or board of supervisors. This includes your famous or infamous AR-15. This includes your chemical agent weapons, and these are your weapons that are dispersed through grenades, your flashbangs, your less lethal shotguns that fire a stabilized round that's less lethal, it's made for less lethal situations. This is your armored vehicles like your Bearcats, your breaching tools, just about everything that the military uses. There's a ban on law enforcement unless there's an approval. So where I work at, after 120 days, basically, if there's no action taken, we have to turn in all those weapons. They go to the armory and they get sold. So what that does is it leaves us very vulnerable. It leaves us with only handguns and a shotgun. That's it. And then no way of really of a realistic way of de-escalating situations. You can't use the pepper ball, and this includes for riot situations and non-riot situations. What what the city council where I'm at, what they don't understand is that there's 11 conditions that have to be met if you want to use a chemical agent for riot control. You can't just indiscriminately disperse chemical agents. 11 conditions. Before it used to be about two or three. There has to be a threat of public safety, life, property, and then you have to give some type of dispersal order. And that was really it. Now there's 11 conditions. What the city where I work at, what they don't also understand is that when you take away the chemical agent program, the less lethal program, for riot situations, you're essentially taking it away for barricaded suspect situations as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a quick clip, and this is my public comment that I made to the city council where I work at. Take away our chemical agents. This is what is going to happen. They're going to push us to use it lethal when it could have been a less lethal situation. If we have a barricaded suspect situation, there's one or two things that we have to do. Number one is go inside of there and neutralize the situation and put our lives at risk. Or number two, disengage and call an agency that has that equipment that you're planning on taking away from us. We are equipped with less lethal shotguns. You're going to push us to use it lethal when it could have been a less lethal situation. We need AR-15s to pierce through soft body armor. This is soft body armor. With a 9mm will only go through 4 layers of this. A shotgun slug will only go through 4 layers. A round from an AR-15 will go through 11 layers of this. If somebody's wearing soft body armor and all we have is pistols, I am going to get killed. And so is my partners that honorably serve every day. We can't defend the community. We are vulnerable. We're letting everybody know right now that you're taking away all of our military-grade weapons, which aren't really military-grade, and we're going to be vulnerable. We are going to die. Please don't take away our weapons to protect our community. Thank you. I know that some of you are sitting back watching this video and doubting as to whether or not I support the Second Amendment right to bear arms. If you think that, you are lost. You're probably brand new to this channel. I have over 700 videos on this channel, and I firmly support the Second Amendment. You're completely wrong, and you are probably new on this channel. So what is AB 481? What does it have to do with private security? Well, if the city council, township, board of supervisors does not approve militarized weapons, okay, what that is going to do is going to leave you more vulnerable. As a private security officer, you probably call law enforcement. Just depends. Sometimes, most of the time, sometimes rarely, but you call them in hopes that they'll resolve a problem. The problem is now, if you have an active shooter situation, yes, law enforcement is supposed to go in there with their handguns, right? But they're going to meet the path of least resistance, and the path that's less risky. That involves not closing the distance between the active shooter or the active killer and the police officer that's arriving on scene. So they're going to probably be far out there setting containment. That leaves you more vulnerable. As a private security officer, you're kind of stuck right in the X. And also, when you call for situations, that police officer might not have the less lethal options to de-escalate the situation. Just something to think about. Riot control situations. If somebody is burning down a building and there is people nearby and their lives are possibly in danger, those chemical agents cannot be deployed unless they meet those 11 conditions. So what that means for private security is you might have to stay there a little bit longer, and nobody is going to save you. You are on your own. Actually, we see this in other videos with other YouTube content creators. The reality of the situation is you are your own responder. You're your primary responder. You're the initial responder. You'll have to wait for first responders who probably aren't coming. Firefighters, they're probably not coming unless the scene is safe and it's contained. Well, see, the scene cannot be safe and contained unless police officers have those less lethal options. And by the way, if they're going to go after police officers' guns and their less lethal options, they're going to be going after you if you're private security. Okay, we talked about a couple of assembly bills that have been passed as a result of law enforcement actions or inactions. Just something to think about. All right, guys. AB 92 got me fired up. When I mentioned some names, think about them in the ballot box. Now, they're all Democrats. First one is Conley, and the co-authors are Gibson, McCarty, and Ting. So the person who introduced this bill is Conley, and the co-authors are Gibson, McCarthy, and Ting. This is Assembly Bill 92. Half of these people are from the San Francisco Bay Area. If elections time comes up and you see somebody on the ballot for the San Francisco area, if they're voting on Democratic lines, if you vote for them, there's repercussions, guys. Assembly Bill 92. If you hear any of these names that I just mentioned, if you want to vote for them, it's on you guys. But a lot of decisions, legislative decisions that are made in California, are made based on votes, based on legislation that's drafted from a select few in the San Francisco area, also the Berkeley area as well. So Assembly Bill 92, when it was written, it actually banned body armor. Just about banned body armor for everyone, unless you're in a special category. And a lot of people were complaining. It's gone too far, guys. And I think within weeks after the initial reading of the bill, it was all changed. It was all changed, guys. So if you're a security officer, by the way, you're included in this bill. It's clear. I think it's New York, the one where it's kind of like ambiguous whether or not you were included in the bill. But California, it's clear that you're private security, that you're good, that you're covered. But look, if they try to take away body armor, what's next? Okay, what's next? What happens when you're not private security anymore and you want to just defend yourself or your family? You can't have body armor? That's not right, guys. That is not right. They want to already take away your Second Amendment right to bear arms. Now they want to take away your right to have body armor. So what they did is they gutted that whole assembly bill. They chopped everything. I mean, you're talking about 90% of the bill. That's how much heat that they got from that. And now it's changed. So now somebody convicted of a felony cannot possess body armor. Now, previously, it'd be a felony. So what this whole assembly bill did is it created a misdemeanor now. That's it. Out of all this ruckus and everybody complaining, it got chopped down to felons cannot have body armor still, but however, instead of a felony, it's a misdemeanor. Keep in mind, though, that in California, if you commit a felony and you wear body armor, that's actually a separate additional charge that has nothing to do with AB 92. But that's the result of it. Guys, they're after the police. They're after the citizens. I mean, what's next? Why don't they go after the federal government? Why don't they go after the FBI, the DEA, or ATF? Okay? They are going after the people. And the police chief many times is appointed by the city council. City council represents, or the board of supervisors represents the people. So in a way, the people have control over local law enforcement more than on the federal level. But why aren't they taking away all of these options on the federal level? Guys, it's just getting out of control in California. Looking forward to the dialogue. Looking forward to your thoughts.